Do you want to hear something that might rock you a little bit? You're yearning for friendship, not a boyfriend. It's true. That connection, conversation, romance, consideration, and shared interests that you're looking for is not going to come from a boyfriend. Let that sink in. If you take a look around my channel, you'll see, okay, well, if that doesn't come from a boyfriend, then what does come from a boyfriend? Is a boyfriend even necessary? What's going on? We'll get into answering those questions in another video, but for this one, I just need you guys to understand that everything that you're seeking from a boyfriend or a fiance or a husband, you're going to be forcing it. You're actually yearning for friendship. That is where these things are going to come naturally. No forcing, and mutual intention. In this lifetime, sacred sisterhood should be above your need for male partnership. You will find that that is taking the path of least resistance, and you will have a lot more enjoyable experiences working through your friendship wound rather than your relationship wound. One thought that I've had recently is, I know we've heard of the term sharing is caring. And what's crazy about that term is that term probably came from our mother or like female figures in our life. Sharing is caring, sharing is caring. And for women, sharing really is caring. When we care about you, when we love you, we share. We share, we share, we share. We sometimes overshare. Yes, in a literal sense, like we will share our resources. If we love you, care for you, then we will share our time with you. We will share our body with you. You know, if it's a romantic interest, we share. We share our day, we share our experiences. That's why when we meet new women, the first thing we want to do is just share. Share our experiences, and sometimes we can overshare, and it depends on who you are talking to as to whether it's a safe space or not, but that's the first thing that we want to do when we meet someone new, a new friend or a potential friend, is we just want to share. Share things about our life, share things about our day, share things about our experiences. Sharing really is caring, and having a shared interest is also a part of friendship that you will find will make life more enjoyable when you have friends that have shared interests, even share similar thought patterns as you and process things as you. And a lot of times those shared interests, shared communication skills, shared thoughts, shared opinions, shared experiences will come from other women, not men. For men, sharing is not necessarily caring. They can share their time, share their body, share their experiences, and not care about you. And some things they just aren't willing to share. Like a lot of men, they don't want to share every part of their day. They don't want to also have shared interests with you. They prefer to have their own hobbies, and they don't really bring you into their hobbies. They have separate interests. They don't share their interests. They don't share all their thoughts with you. Naturally, they don't. So sharing is not caring for men. It's not natural for them, and it just doesn't apply with them. And so there's a huge disconnect when you have those feelings of wanting to share when you're a woman, and then men, they don't want to share. And the little parts that they do share with you doesn't necessarily mean that they care for you. For men, providing is caring. If a man is providing for you, he cares. That is his way of showing that he cares. That is it. And so when we stop trying to put people in boxes that they don't belong and try to make people all encompassing, life becomes less resistant. What you are actually yearning for will come from friendship, not a boyfriend. There are other things that you can look for in a boyfriend or a husband. Providing is going to be on the top of that list, but there's a couple other things that men are going to be, I don't want to say the word good for, but you can yearn for them in this way where it comes more natural for them and is more sustainable. And it really comes down to the three P's: providing, protecting, and procreation. That's pretty much it. Um, Friendship can come from men, but those are more rare circumstances. And a lot of times you have to ask yourself, is this forced? Because, especially in the beginning, a lot of men, when they're trying to get you, even if it's just a friendship, they will pretend as if they have shared interests with you and shared commonality because they know that's how you connect, is by sharing. And so they will try to act as if, oh, I'm into that too, or oh, I like that too. And they'll try to kind of pretend to be whatever you want them to be, share these interests and share these thoughts and share these conversations with you because they know that's how you connect. But that's not really who they are and how they feel. And so you got to watch out for that too, because that can lead to, okay, did the mask fall off? It, leads into that conversation when a guy stops pretending and you're like, who are you? I don't know who you are. You were pretending to be this person that was into these things that I'm into, and now you're not. Well, they were just never into it to begin with, but they were trying to connect with you on that level because they know that women need to connect in that way. They need to connect by sharing and feel like they have commonality. So instead of trying to force your boyfriend to be your all in one, you just need more friends. You need more friends.